Hello guys, welcome back to another live stream and welcome back to another video on the CFC News YouTube channel, because today is a live stream on the match preview versus Chelsea and Villa. Now it's at the Aston Villa Stadium and I'm going to be going on a lot to do with the previews, my starting 11, who's in the team, and a lot of what Frank Lampard's been saying. It's only going to be a short little stream, but this video will be played on recap, so you lot can see it on YouTube. So it's like a normal video for some that haven't seen it live, but for the people watching live, make sure you smash the like button and hit subscribe if you are new around here. And the same if you are watching it again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit like on this video. And without further ado, let's get things started, guys. Now, as we know, Aston Villa are playing Chelsea this Sunday, tomorrow at 4:15 English time kickoff. Now, it's going to be a very good game, guys. It's at the Villa Park Stadium. It's the first game back since the pandemic to do with coronavirus, and for Frank Lampard to be playing against John Terry on the sideline, and the two teams playing for the first time since the lockdown, it's a very good game. It's not like we're playing some team that's not a very interesting team, that's got nothing to do with like Frank Lampard and Terry. Like, it's a good thing to see Lampard and Terry meet on the sideline. Obviously they can't hug and shake hands like they normally would, but there's still going to be a little spark there and they're still going to enjoy seeing each other. Now, that's not the main thing we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about my starting 11, what the score's going to be, and some more news that we're hearing going into this game. Now, this is this is what I want to say, guys. I don't really want to talk too much about the other games, but today Arsenal drew against Brighton, and on Thursday or Wednesday they lost against City, and as Leicester drew against hang on, my mind's gone blank. I watched the game. Guys. Sorry about that. But Leicester drew today against Watford. Yes, that's right. They drew against Watford. Leicester went 1-0 up from a banging goal by Ben Chilwell. Watford equalised the 90th plus third minute with an overhead kick. So that's good. Leicester drew. Manchester United drew against Spurs. So everything's going well. All we need now is for Chelsea to beat Aston Villa, and bang, we will be only 3 points away from Leicester. And we could even get top 3. Maybe even push for Man City. We see what happens with that. But Man City did look class against Arsenal. But everything's in our favour, guys. If we go to Aston Villa and get a win, we're only 3 points behind Leicester, and that third position is looking more and more doable, guys. It's possible. So all we need to do now is beat Aston Villa. That is our main target, guys, to beat Villa on our first game back since the lockdown. Now, let's talk about some things that we've been hearing going into this game in Frank Lampard's in his preview. Obviously, it's not the same. There was no people there. It was some Zoom call, and yeah, it was empty. It's weird, guys, what the whole thing's going on. But yeah, this is what Lampard said to do with Loftus-Cheek. He is looking fit. He is taking part in our training games. He has got himself in a position to look fit, but he hasn't had many matches, so we'll have to look after him. That's Frank Lampard's words. He's also said Tomori is out of the game on Sunday, and Hudson-Odoi is fit but not match fit. So that means Hudson-Odoi and Tomori will definitely not be in the lineup. So therefore, I can't put him in my predicted lineup because we already know they're not fit. Now, he's missed the friendlies, maybe as he's not fit enough, as reported on Monday by Frank Lampard. Now, Lampard on Willian and Pedro. I would have sympathy with the player to make the decision they need. If we try to extend the players, then we want them to stay. We have conversations going on. We want to finish the seasons with the players we started with, which is fair enough. I mean, he's doing good. Good morals. He wants to keep the players that he started with. Lampard on Werner now. I think he's clearly a player we liked. I have certainly followed him for a while, just as a talented player before I took this job. He will strengthen us. He is a huge talent who has a fantastic season and will continue to have a fantastic season at Chelsea. Yeah, some good things that Frank Lampard have said there. And Aston Villa have lost 4 matches against Chelsea in the Premier League. So we've got that edge on them. We are better than them. Obviously, as we know, they're in the relegation zone. Chelsea are 4th in the Premier League. So it's all looking good and it looks positive. My prediction, guys, is going to be 3-1 Chelsea. And now the goals. Now, what I think is, guys, obviously this isn't true. Like, it's no reliable source. That no one knows. Sorry, there's a fly in the way. No one knows what the actual score is going to be, guys. So, for my prediction, just a rough estimate, I think it's going to be 3-1. And the goals that I think will be scored by is Pulisic 2, maybe Tammy 1, and then for them, Jack Grealish, their main man, guys. But if you are in this live stream, make sure to smash the like button. And if you are watching on recap, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments anything you want to know. Now, to get into my starting 11, in goal, we're going to go with Kepa, right? He hasn't been the best this season, hasn't been the greatest by all means, but he's our only keeper. We can't start Caballero, it would be rude. Now, Reece James at right back, it's either him or Cesar Azpilicueta, but I'd love to start him over Azpilicueta, and Azpilicueta play at that left back position. Now, That leaves us with the 2 centre-backs in defence, Rudiger and Christensen, in my opinion. Now, obviously, we know Tomori's out, so it's between Rudiger, Christensen and Zuma. Don't think Zuma should start. So, in my opinion, Rudiger and Christian as our centre-backs. Obviously, I said Azpilicueta at left-back, the captain, doing his job. Now, into the midfield, Kante is that holding CDM midfielder role. Now, I know Lampard doesn't really play that role. He plays it more attacking-wise. And, yeah, just maybe as a central midfielder. But, for my opinion, Kante, CDM, and the 2 centre mids, Gilmour and Kovacic. Now, Gilmour has had a mad game against the big teams, Everton, Liverpool. Now, there's no reason why he can't have a big game against Aston Villa and get that 3rd man of the match in a row, which would be an incredible thing. Young talent, 18, still got that passion. Well, not still got it. He's getting that passion, and he's going to keep going until he becomes one of the best midfielders. The Scottish Iniesta that is going to prove himself in the Premier League. Now, obviously, Kovacic, Chelsea's best player of the year, absolute tank in midfield. I reckon he might even get a little assist or do something big in that game. He does play a big part. Now, out on the right wing, Willian, as we know, Hudson-Odoi's not playing. Ziyech can't play yet. Timo can't play yet. So Willian out on the right wing, Pulisic out on the left wing, and Tammy Abraham up front. Now, Pulisic, I'm so excited to see him, guys. So excited to see Pulisic in that team. It's been too long. He was scoring hat-tricks, scoring loads of goals, dribbling, skills was insane before he got injured. And now he's back. I'm just sure that he will score, guys. I'm sure that he will have a good game. And now, obviously, Willian, I just said his contract will be out very soon, guys, but there's no reason why he can't play, and he pretty much has to play unless he wants to put Mount out on the wing. But yeah, Tammy up front, seeing as Batshuayi is not really rated by the Chelsea fans anymore, and he will be on his way very soon to another club. Giroud will come off the bench, so that leaves Tammy, the only other striker in the club that I think should be up front. Now, the bench will have players like Mason Mount, stuff like that, that can come on and change the game. Well, I say like that. I've only really got Mason Mount, Giroud, Pedro that can really provide goals, to be honest. But yeah, that's my predicted lineup, guys. Aston Villa, as we know, aren't the strongest of teams, but I'm not going to take it away from them. They're not a bad, like, they don't get bad results, but for some reason they're just 19th in the league. Like, yeah, they're not a great team. They don't win all their games, and they're on 26 points, the 2nd lowest amount of points in the league, but 5 points above Norwich. Now, if they get a draw or a win out of Chelsea, they will be pushed out of that relegation zone or just in it. So if they can go and do that, guys, they will be out of it. We don't want them to do it. We want to stop them. Now, John Terry obviously being the 2nd manager there, I have a lot of respect for Terry. One of my favourite, he probably is my favourite Chelsea player along with Frank Lampard ever. But it comes down to the day, we've got to beat him, guys. We've got to beat him. No hate to Terry, but we've just got to beat him. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your score prediction is, guys. We've seen some interesting games going on in the Premier League today and yesterday and the whole time since it's been back. It's not been many games, but what we have been seeing is some pretty decent games. Now, the Arsenal game, let me just touch on that quickly, guys. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Mbappe. It's not Mbappe, it's Mbappe or something like that. But basically, he injured Bernd Leno, the Arsenal goalkeeper, yeah? Accidentally ran into him and pretty much broke his leg. He's going to be out for a long time. He then goes on to score the winning goal to put Brighton 2-1 up against Arsenal to win the game. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. How he's done that. Accidentally injured the player, but then he went and scored the goal and just topped it all off. And all the Arsenal fans were salty at the end, pushing him down to the floor. But guys, that's been my live stream. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you're watching this on recap, let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen in this game. Hopefully Chelsea grab the 3 points. My prediction, 3-1 Chelsea. Up the Chelsea, guys. Have a